revenue is another very important concept in economics. See, not only in economics, whenever we speak about business, we always think about revenue. We always think about profits. I said you many times, the ultimate profit of any organization is to generate what is the ultimate profit? Ultimate objective?
The sale.
Sales and the profits, right?
Yes.
The ultimate objective of any business is to generate profits. So they want to generate profits by selling the goods and services. So we need to study and understand the concept of revenue also. In fact, the study of cost is not complete until and unless we don't talk about revenue. When we are spending, that is what we call it as cost. We also expect something written in investment, right? When we are spending something, we want return, correct? So that return would be again what we can call it as a revenue. The return can be called as profits, right? So what is revenue now? So revenue is the income of a firm from selling its products, and once it has paid the indirect tax such as VAT. So whenever we are selling the goods and services, we receive profits. And what is the revenue? The amount which is left out after paying the indirect taxes like VAT, so on. So that is what we call it as revenue. So revenue provides the income which a firm needs to enable it to cover its cost of production. So whenever we are spending cost on production, whenever we are spending cost on purchasing raw materials, whenever we are paying wages to the laborers, we even expect something in return. So what we call it as profits or revenue. So how it is generated? When the firm sells its goods and services, and it is very important for the firm to cover its cost. Okay, that is cost which is being indulged in production of goods and services, and from which it can derive a profit. And profit can be distributed to whom all the profits can be distributed?
Shareholders and employees.
Correct. See, generally the profits are distributed to the owners, correct?
Yes, sir.
Among the owners. And next one is profits can be distributed among shareholders. So
yes,
in the finance, if you go through, the concept of shareholders is again very important. I request you all to please mute yourself. Okay. So the concept of shareholders are very important because these are the people who contribute towards the capital of the organization by subscribing the shares of the organization or by subscribing the shares of the company. To some extent, we call them as the real owners of the company. So that's why the profit is distributed among the owners and also among the shareholders. And even the profit can be retained in the business only. So there is a concept called plowing back of profits. We call it as plowing back of profits. It is nothing but the profit generated by the business we are going to plow back, or we are going to reinvest back into the business for the purpose of purchasing a new capital assets, maybe for the purpose of purchasing the new machinery, or maybe for the purpose of a business. So we are going to reinvest the profits generated in our business only. We call it as plowing back of profit. So this is what we call it as revenue. Is it clear? You understood the meaning of revenue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The money income which a producer gets from the sale of his product is known as revenue of the firm. So that is what we have been discussing from past 5 to 10 minutes. The concept of revenue should not be confused with the concept of profit. So by this sentence, we understood that revenue is different and profit is different. So profit of a firm is estimated as the difference between revenue and cost related to the production of the commodity. That is, profit is equal to revenue minus cost. So now you all understood what is profit and what is revenue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, other students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as we were discussing in previous classes, we were discussing. So I request you all to please mute yourself. Okay, as we were discussing in our previous classes, last two classes, in the first class we have discussed about the product. When we were speaking about product, we discussed about total product or TFC, that is total fixed product T. Right, next one is we have discussed our average. Next one we have discussed even the marginal. So when we were discussing the cost, we have discussed again the total cost, or we have discussed even the average cost, and we have also discussed the marginal cost, and we have also discussed the total revenue cost and total fixed cost. So do you all remember these things? In the same way, even in revenue, we are going to discuss total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So now we will go to the types. Okay, the first one is total revenue. So the income earned by a seller or a producer after selling the output is called the revenue. So what is the revenue? The income earned by the seller after selling the output. The output can be the products or services. So in fact, total revenue is the multiple of price and output. The behavior of total revenue depends upon the market, whether the firm produces or sells. So now I'll tell you what is total revenue, and we are also going to discuss the difference between what is total revenue, what is average revenue, and also the marginal revenue. So total revenue is the sum of all sales, receipts, income of a firm. So what is total revenue? It is the sum of all sales or receipts or income of a firm. So that is what we call it as total revenue. So total revenue may be defined as the product of planned sales, that is output, and expected selling price. So this is according to Clover and Dew. Total revenue at any point is equal to price per unit multiplied by the quantity sold. This is according to Stoner and Haig. So this is total revenue. Now I'll tell you a few examples so that you will understand what is total revenue. You understood the theoretical part of total revenue? My dear
Yes, sir.
students? Okay. So now this is the calculation part, and this is very easy. As we have seen in our last two classes, the calculations were very easy, and we were easily capable of plotting the data into the diagram. So now total revenue is equal to AR into Q. So what is AR?
Average revenue.
Average revenue.
Yes. Okay. TR is referring to total revenue. TR means total revenue. AR means average revenue, or you can even call it as price per unit. You can even call it as price per unit. You can call it as either as average revenue, or you can even substitute price per unit in the formula. And the Q is the quantity, or what we call it as the output. Okay, now you take down the formula. TR is equal to P into Q. TR is equal to P into Q. What is P?
Profit.
What is
Price
P?
per unit. Price per unit.
Yes, P refers to price. See, that's why I said you very clearly AR or P, that is price. Or else you can even write it as TR is equal to AR into Q. You can write it AR or you can even write it as P. That is referring to rise. So now we are going to see an example here. For example, if the price of commodity is rupees 100, the price of the commodity is rupees 100 and the total units sold are 20. In that case, total revenue will be 100 into 20, that is 200 or 2000. Okay, so that is what we call it as TR. You understood what is total revenue? How to calculate the total revenue?
Yes, sir.
So, for example, we'll take a simple
Yes, sir.
example of marker or a pen. Yes, Shweta, tell me.
Sir, 1 0 is you are leaving 1 0. TR is equal to 100 into 20.
Yes, 2000 here it is. You can see it. Okay, fine. So we'll take a simple example of another example of pens or markers, what we use in our day-to-day life. So we are producing 10 units of markers, each costing 10 rupees. So what is the total revenue here?
100.
10 into 10, that is 100. So you all understood what is total revenue and how to calculate the total revenue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it clear, others?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is, here you can see an example. Okay. Think that a farmer produced 30 quintals of rice. So how much he has produced? 30 quintals of rice. And let's say the price of rice is 1600 per quintal. So what is the total revenue here is 30 into 1600. So it is almost 48,000. So the total revenue of the farmer is 48,000. So from this example, we can also say that revenue is the money receipt of the producer or seller from the sale of his output. So how he has generated this 48,000? By selling how many quintals of rice?
30 quintal.
30 quintals of rice. So by this you all might have understood what is revenue. So revenue is the money which is generated out of the sales of the commodity. So here 48,000 is the revenue which he has generated by selling the 30 quintals of rice. So that is what we call it as total revenue. You all understood what is total revenue now?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, my dear students?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now here you can take a example. So the previous example, what we have seen, let the vendor increase the sale to 21 kg. Okay, in that case, the total revenue or TR is equal to 50 into 21. That is rupees 1050. And earlier, when the sale of the output was 20 kg, TR is equal to 1000. And hence, MR is equal to 1050 minus 1000 is equal to 50. So here in this example, you can see the average revenue, the total revenue, and also the marginal revenue. So I'll explain this example when we study the next concepts. So now here you can see that the next revenue is average revenue. Can you all see it on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how average revenue is calculated? Do you all remember how we have calculated the average product and the average cost?
So you have to divide the total by the number of units.
Yes, my dear students, always remember one thing in economics. Whenever the word average comes into picture, that means it is per unit. Blindly fix this in your mind. Whenever the word average comes in economics, it means it is per unit. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. So that average revenue is equal to total revenue divided by unit cost.
That is total revenue divided by quantity.
Yes, sir. Okay.
When
Okay.
you want to find out per unit, then you should also include quantity, na? Correct,
Okay.
Manikanda?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
So this is average revenue. So average revenue refers to the revenue obtained by the seller by selling the per unit commodity. So do you remember I was telling the example of markers? So we have produced 10 markers and which is costing 10 rupees per unit or 10 rupees per marker. So what is the average revenue here? If you take the example of this marker, the
10
cost of
rupees.
single 10, that is again 10 divided by.
10 only, sir. Yeah.
So it is always, that is unit, that is per unit cost or per unit price or per unit we need to calculate. It is obtained by dividing the total revenue by the total output. Total output is nothing but quantity. In the formula, the output is represented with the Q. I request you all to please mute yourself. Okay, thank you. The average revenue curve shows that the price of the firm's product is the same at each level of output. So here, what they are speaking, the average revenue curve shows that the price of the firm's products or the price of the products remains same at each level of output. Do you all remember what we have discussed in average cost? My dear students, you all are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So average revenue is what it is? TR divided by Q. So previously when we were discussing about 10 units, it is again 10. If you increase it by 10 more units, the outcome would be again same. If you increase the quantity by again 10 more units, still the income would remain same. So that is what we call it as the average revenue curve shows that the price of the firm's product is same at each level of output. I'll show you how it works. So you understood what is average revenue now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see this formula. Average revenue is equal to TR divided by Q. So what is AR representing here? AR is nothing but average revenue. TR is equal to total revenue and Q is output. Okay. So according to McDonald, average revenue is the per unit revenue. So I said to you, whenever the word comes average in economics, you should always think that is per unit only. The per unit revenue received from the sale of 1 unit of a commodity. Okay. So that is what we call it as again average revenue. So previously we have taken 10 units into 10 rupees. We have produced 10 markers and the cost of marker was 10 rupees. Now if at all if you are producing 20 units and still the cost of marker is 10 rupees. So what is the average cost here? Average revenue?
10.
10 only. If at all if you are going to produce 30 and still if at all if you are selling it with at 10 rupees price, what would be the average revenue here?
10 is average revenue, sir.
Yes. So do you remember the statement which we have read here? The price of the firm's product is same at each level of output. Now you understood why they have mentioned this statement here? Is it clear, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next one is marginal revenue. Okay. The next revenue is marginal revenue. So what is marginal referring here? Marginal means what? My dear students, what do you mean by marginal? Yes, money,
Yes, sir.
marginal.
So marginal means the unit, the unit increase, the impact of the unit increase.
Yes. So I said to you yesterday, I don't know whether you were there in the class or not. Whenever the word marginal comes in economics, it is referring to the additional unit, or it is referring to the additional cost, or it is referring to the additional revenue. So you all should keep in mind, when it is average, it is per unit. When it is marginal, it is nothing but the additional unit. So marginal revenue is the net revenue obtained by selling an additional unit of the commodity. So what is marginal revenue now?
Additional commodity selling.
Yes, additional revenue which is generated by selling the additional unit. Okay, marginal revenue is the change in the total revenue which results from the sale of one more or one less unit of output. So now I'll tell you one simple example so that you all will understand the concept of marginal revenue. When I was producing one marker, the cost of the price or the price of the marker was 10 rupees. The cost of the marker was 10 rupees. When I started producing the second, when I started increasing my production, now the price has increased from 10 to 18. When it increased it to the third one, that is when the production quantity has increased to 3, the price has become now 25. When it has become 4, now the price has become 30. So whenever we speak about the additional, when we are producing the additional unit, even our additional or marginal revenue will also be generated. For example, when I was generating only one marker, the cost was only 10, or the price what was selling was 10. When I started producing, or when I've increased the quantity to 2, then the cost has become 18. So what is the additional revenue here?
2.
No, when I was producing one marker, my price was 10. When I have increased the production of the markers from 1 to 2, now I am selling the second marker at 8. Earlier I was selling one marker at 10 rupees. If you are purchasing 2 markers, I am selling at 18 rupees. So what is the difference here?
From second unit